Alright, sorry, I don't know what happened. OBS was bugging out. It was stopped. Well, obviously, it didn't get my mic. And then it stopped getting the music as well, so I don't know what was going on, but I think it's good for now. Thanks, Ryatashi, for telling me about that. But I don't know if you heard my answer. I'm making this game all by myself, but I have worked on teams before, so. Oh, and I'm working on a team right now, actually. Okay, so yeah, let's get back to where I was. I'm gonna need to fix up some of these edges. Oh yes, and also thank you, Steph, for the host. I do appreciate that. I think my mic was out when you hosted me. Shift. There we go. Yeah, all this geometry I could kind of fix now. But I think it works fine how it is. I'm trying to think, could I get rid of some of these triangles if I did it differently? Seems like a lot to be doing by yourself. Well, it is. This game will take a long time to finish, but it'll be worth it just because I'm enjoying learning all the aspects of developing. And I like programming and art, so the only thing I don't really feel comfortable doing is music. So I don't know what we'll do when the game gets to that point. Okay, so now let's just clean up some of these edges. Actually, now I have more room, I can bring these out, but I don't know if I want them to be so far away from the tail. So if I added this loop up here, would that really help anything, is the question. That, and then select these edges, dissolve edges. No, I should delete that and cut from here to there. I don't know if I like that. Oh, well this vertex should go down there now, I think. I found a cool trick. If you press G once to go into translate mode and then you press it again, you'll go to edge slide mode. So you'll only move around along an edge. So I have that there, but I don't think those vertices are actually merged. So now you need to select both those vertices and press Alt M to merge them. And so now if you move them around, oh, not. Did not select both. Maybe because I need to put it on see-through mode. Okay, now they're merged. Hate programming gives you headaches. They have respect for those who do programming. Oh yeah, thank you. Programming is takes a certain mindset to do it, so you can understand that for sure. Okay, let's see. Guess I'll hop into Unity and see how this is looking so far. I have a feeling that the model will look a lot smoother now. Yeah. So in the front, it's still the huge faces. But around here, they're not quite so big, and I think that does look better. Can't really tell what's going on here just because the light is so bright. Yeah, if we move that away. Some of these, yeah, the faces are divoted. So I'll need to go and fix that, but in general, I think it does look better. What kind of game am I making? I can show you a bit of what I have so far. I don't know if the game is actually playable, even though I do have a bit of a gameplay loop, but for now, you basically have these monsters that you'll be able to control, kind of like Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics if you played that. There'll be a grid-based map, but the twist on it is that it's going to emphasize trying to make a Pokemon-like team that you can battle other players with. And the game will have modding, so you can create your own monsters and also online multiplayer. And I have a lot of the infrastructure done, but I think I had to cut it out because I'm in the middle of trying to work on graphics right now. Alright, every time I switch between Blender and Unity, I press the wrong button. Yeah, so I need to really fix some of this stuff. I'll just have to go through and look for divots. Right here, it's there, that's all caved in. But I'll fix this side first. Alright, and select edges. I'll just delete these as well. Now I'll just cut new ones like that. Like this. Oh, what's going on there? Sounds really cool. You like the style of modeling I'm doing. It's simple but cute. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think it'll fit the theme nice, and also it doesn't take as long to create these models as a lot of other styles would. Oh, I see what's happening because I'm trying to make this point to down here is actually like over that. It's too weird of a shape. If I go, I think I might have the same issue. Oh no, what I need to do, I just have to triangulize this myself. Kind of weird, but I guess I could bring this hole in. Alright, so let's switch to vertex mode, and I'll put on see-through so I can grab both of these edges, and let's just move it a bit to give that triangle a bit more breathing room. Some of these have also gotten pushed around a bit. Okay, now let's turn this off so I can actually see what's going on. Now I just need to go and try and fix some of these divots. Pull this out. I want to try and make it look as round as possible. That needs to go down like that. This looks a little weird, but don't feel like I shouldn't. I guess I can bring that up. I think it might just be this edge here because it's too low, and so that's like bringing the whole thing down. Yeah, that makes it look not as extreme. Yeah, that looks a lot better, I think. Right here is still too low. And maybe this is too high now. Alright, well I could fidget with those vertices for hours, so I'll leave it for now. Let's go look underneath where I messed around with some other stuff. It actually looks good already, I think. Maybe right here. Okay, and now these vertices I need to pull outwards because I haven't readjusted them to try and make it round. Okay, so checking to see if I need to adjust any of these other ones that are next to it, but it looks fine actually. Okay, and that's nice. This already connects. I wonder if these vertices are already merged. They are. So I might... I don't think... Oh yeah, I can get rid of one triangle here by doing something like this. And then selecting this edge and dissolving it. Yeah, so now we have one less triangle, which is always nice. I think this one is going to have to stay unless I add another loop around here, which it might want it. Okay, and now I need to add a couple more loops here. I think I'll just cut them in instead of doing Control R. And now I can also take this and dissolve it and just cut from here to there. And this one. That cleans that up quite a bit. Really, I only have this triangle. I wonder... I don't think there's any way I can get rid of it unless I add another edge loop. I might do, I don't know. Now let's select these vertices, so Control Tab. I'll bring these three outwards just a little bit. Now this one's out a little bit too far. It doesn't have to be perfectly round because it has had a dinosaur's head crash through it. Okay, so now that I adjusted these, do I need to change anything about these? One good thing, I'm used to doing pixel art, and one thing I always appreciate when I do models is that I don't have to worry about making everything super perfect. Because like if I was doing pixel art, I'd have to worry about having everything be exactly symmetrical, and you don't have to do that with models. But what's going on here? I feel like an extra... What? It has an extra edge to something. Probably the knife tool made it at some point. I'll just delete this edge. It's not needed at all. And move that back up. Oh, I see what happened. Yeah, when I made that edge loop, it created the edge, but for some reason it looks really weird. I should add it back. Yeah, I think that's just a rendering artifact on Blender's end. Oh, I can clean up this a little bit. Solve edges. Do you have anything like that anywhere else on the feet? Yes, right here. Yes, these were just all signs I needed to subdivide these huge faces earlier, but live and learn. Okay, so one other thing I want to do is clean up this top. Or this vertex, a bit too straight. Now they probably need to be brought down a little bit. Let's look at sideways. Oops. Yeah, that's not a good view. 7 is top. Oh, 9 flips it, so I need to do 3. I messed it up. Oh, no, it doesn't look like it's sticking out too much. This one does, though. Yeah, these are a bit too far out. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so since we have these huge triangles here, I might do something like I did at the bottom where it just moves to like this ribbon shape. Which is amazing when the program you're using does it for you. Yeah, this does have a mirror, like these feet are mirrored, and so is this nose, but I can't mirror the egg, unfortunately, because this part is asymmetrical. Otherwise, yeah, that would be nice. Probably I should have finished the egg before I made the crack, but... Alright, so build this. Switch to face mode. And we'll just delete the faces. Okay, and now we'll switch back to edge mode, and I can select these edges on the opposite side and just press F, join them. Okay, so now it's flat, so we're going to need to fix that. We'll actually the knife tool and cut across a bit once. That'll actually create a triangle, so I don't know if I want to do that. Although it might be needed just for roundness. Okay, so one thing we can do, I haven't played around with this tool yet. That's a big off knife. Full vertex. And where is it? There's like the fuzzy editing, or proportional editing. Do that. No, that's too strong. I want it to just like flat edges. That's what I wanted to do, but I don't know. Is there a way I can like shrink the effect size? Because that's like affecting stuff all the way down here. Shift, Pro. Okay, I guess I'll need to look it up. Okay. Blender proportional editing fall off. Okay, edit mode. So it's O. Turn it on. You can increase or decrease the radius of proportional editing but with the mouse wheel as you change the radius. Okay. I didn't see those options when I was doing anything. Maybe I have to. Oh, I see. So it's available when you press the G button to turn on translate. So press G and then Z because I only want to move up. So actually, I want it to be a little more. Yeah, okay, that worked pretty good actually. So I can already tell that Unity is not going to like this polygon right here. So I think I might undo this and go ahead and cut between here like I was talking about doing. Well, actually, I'll show why Unity would not like this. So let's move back up. Save it. I load into Unity. Hopefully it will showcase what what I'm trying to explain. Let's turn this off. So it doesn't really make it much more viewable, but looks like Unity actually did a good job. Oh well, no, right here. See, it cuts across. Because if you have a square on your model, Unity will just decide where to add another edge because Unity only knows how to work with triangles. And the only problem is here, if you have like a square that's not completely flat, Unity might pick a bad pair of vertices to connect between, which gives you these weird little bumps. I did it right there and there. So we just need to go ahead and create the triangle ourselves, which I think we need to do anyway because we need another loop here to really sell the round top. So cut like that. I can again use the fuzzy tool and we'll scale on the Y. That actually works. Well, no, it's not working that well at all, is it? Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. Because I wanted to just move like a few of these vertices and not affect this ring, but that's not happening, unfortunately. So yeah, I need to turn off the proportional editing. Yeah, these just need to be scaled slightly outwards to make it rounder. And it's Okay, I can hold shift to make it a little less sensitive. For this last bit, I press S to scale and Y because I only want to scale in the Y direction, and hold shift to have finer control. Now I can turn back on the fuzzy editing with the O key and press G, then Z, and then I can mess with the radius. I guess I should, before I do that, look at the front view. Again, G, Z. Thing like this. Still need to adjust a few of these vertices because they're kind of not round enough. Oh, and I need to turn off proportional editing. Wrong vertice. Try to see what's going on with these. I'm just going to try and eyeball it as best I can. High, isn't it? Alright. So okay, we could mess with this some more, but let's take a look. Never used Blender before, so I know nothing, but it looks heck. Yeah, Blender is pretty complicated. But really, once you kind of get the hang of it, it's not quite as bad as you would think. Yeah, I think that's fine. Looks eggy to me. Okay, so let's move to doing the spots. There's the horizon. I added all these extra vertices. Kind of like one to be down here, I think. Then another one up here, and then I like to keep things in groups of 3, so maybe a third one back here. It'd be nice if we could reuse many of these edges as possible, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Problem is, I'd kind of like it to be like hexagon shaped, but it's going to be difficult to draw hexagons on this spherical egg shape. Mostly work in Maya for stuff, and people told me it's not that hard to transfer between them, so maybe you can pick it up. But it's funny you say that because I actually learned Maya, and I think like I actually learned how to model with Maya, and I think the part that was hardest for me was just learning all the different keybinds. And also Maya emphasizes using these little, at least I used to, these arrows and the rotation tool and things like that, but in Blender you don't use them that often. I like you to use the rotate keybind and things. Those are the biggest differences I've found. We've heard Blender rigging is really nice. Yeah, from what I've researched, I want to get to that tonight, but spending too long fixing up this model, so see if we do. Alright, maybe I should start with an easier spot. Because this one will be the most difficult because this mesh art here is already weird because of the leg. I could use that. I kind of like it to come out from here. Something like that, maybe. Cut across, and then we could just use this line, then I cut here, down like that. Try it. I know this is really messy, we'll fix it later. Is that too big? If it is too big, then I do need to add another loop, I think. Okay, well, I guess let's cut out the other ones and just look. I think that is too big because I wanted to have another one right here, and that's starting to be much. One up here. And one up here or something. Yeah, like right here, and then the last one. That, I think. I don't know. How do I want this last one to go? Or the second one? Like that. Okay, this part is a little weird. I want there to be another loop right there. Also, I think that they're just too close together, but... Have this one. Oh no, that's way too much. This would be a lot easier if I went with a traditional texturing strategy, but I don't know. I kind of like the way that I do UVs with, or this technique for UVs. I think this one actually needs to go kind of around its face. Maybe I'll add the one here. Make it more complicated than it was before. Yeah, it's almost like I need another one over here. I don't like that. Oh. I guess it makes sense I already undid this one. Okay, let's just try this out. You just undo everything if I don't like it. Yeah, and I'll need to clean these up, especially down here because there's lots of extra edges that aren't needed. What I need to do is just UV project, U, I guess a cube. That's a little bit unneeded. I'll just do a planar projection from view. Kind of place it here. It does add something. Okay, I'll do another view projection. I think that's just going to work the best. Scale it down. This one will be mostly darker because it's by the foot. More time. These and red topo are your least favorite things. Yeah. I hate texturing in general, which is why I'm trying this other method because it's like at least it gets sidesteps one of the one part of it. I only have to do the UVs. I don't really have to do the texturing afterwards. But I do think this looks pretty good. It looks better than I thought it would actually, because I was afraid that method just wasn't going to work well for patterns. Okay, let's get rid of the wireframe. Oh, you do like texturing? Well, I guess somebody has to. Do I want to add a fourth spot? I don't know, I kind of like it just having 3, and having some little emptier areas isn't a huge deal. I did want to add some cracks, but I think that looks pretty good. Sculpting and texturing, yeah, sculpting is really fun. I think that's probably my favorite part actually, which is why I spent so long messing with all these vertices, but now, I'll try to clean this up. What do I want to do with this edge? I think I might have to leave that actually. Or it just looks really bad, but now the vertices have to encode like the shape of the mesh and then also the color for this boundary, so some of this stuff I might not be able to take out. Weird divot right there, isn't there? Well, I can use this edge for that, I guess. Can you sculpt in Blender? I don't know. Yeah, when you said, I thought you just meant what I'm doing right now. But yeah, now, the other kind of sculpting, I know what you're talking about. I'm not sure if you can do that in Blender, actually. At least I've never tried. General faces just look a little weird. One thing I need to add a loop here. Sculpting in ZBrush, yeah, that's what I always used. But I haven't tried sculpting for this project, so. Okay, I don't know. I think I need to move on. I can spend all day doing this. So I want to add a crack, I think. So I think how I do that is I'd want to reuse one of these edges that already exists and something like this. I guess I'd actually extrude inward. Alright, so Control Tab, face, Alt E to extrude, and I would just want to scale it in. Then I'll take bottom vertices, or actually I can just, wherever I want the actual crack to be. Yeah, this needs straightened out. Well, the crack would actually go inward, so that's not too bad. Problem is this face there. Guess I can move this outward like that, except it's still, what's going on there? Maybe my extrusion strategy won't work. I was trying to flatten this face outward. Again, this would be really easy using traditional textures, but and also I messed up the UVs here, didn't I? Okay, so yeah, extrusion, not the best idea. Cut across and I'll clean up later. Oh gosh, it's so dirty doing that. Okay, so yeah, before I go farther, let's actually make sure that this effect works. So I'll select these faces and just move them down in the UVs. I guess, oh, it doesn't really look like a crack because there are straight lines. Oh right, maybe get rid of all that. Oh, was it still extruded? Good thing I fixed that actually. I don't know. I don't know if the cracks would actually work well in this file. Maybe I am just overthinking it. What about if I did a little simpler? Cut it in like that. Then I really want to extrude it. I need another line in the middle. Okay, and like this. Move it slightly inward. Oh, I don't want to affect those corners actually, so I need to pick these vertices instead of edges. And now like these faces and then just move them downward. Okay, that looks a lot better actually. I don't know if that was the best spot for them. I was just testing it, but okay, yeah, that does add something to it, I think. Alright, so now I know what to do, but yeah, I need to be more intelligent about placement. Before I go and wreck this egg more, I think I'll save a copy. So cracks. That way, if something happens and I need to revert, I can take the egg file from that and copy it into whatever I've done. Or the egg mesh, I should say. I guess there'd be cracks around where like it actually punched out. I think one up here might be nice because there's nothing else visual interest really. Let's take that. I don't need to feel like I have to follow these lines, actually. But I mean, that would look fine. It'd come up and then, I don't know, maybe zigzag like that or something. Yeah, I should try not to let the mesh distract like the artistic aspects of it. I'm double tapping G there to do an edge slide transition or translation. So right here, little. That looks better. Actually, I want to. Not G. That like that. So kinda works, but and then just to be a little cleaner, I'll cut across like that. I should probably triangulize this. Oh, that's already a triangle, but right here, like that, so Unity won't go crazy. Okay, so 3. Then I need to move them into the egg. Might be a little bit too deep. And this one, actually, instead of moving inward, it has to. Hard for me to see what's going on. Oh, I think this is that bad divot. It's rotation is being too sensitive. What was the key? Press the... Yeah, okay, there we go. The period key centers the camera around your selection. I can actually see what's going on. I think I messed that up. Let's undo. When I do this, I shouldn't select that vertice. I just move that one separately. Actually fine. Oh no, it should move down just slightly. And here, I want to move it into the crack, but then also into the shell. And try and get this to match. Okay, so it's such a small detail. It won't be that noticeable in game. But here I should probably go ahead and cut. I can see I want to cut from there to the back of the shell. I don't know if Unity will let me do that easily. Or not Unity, Blender. Okay, let's actually make the nose invisible. Yeah, I should have done that earlier. There's actually no reason for this to be a rectangle because this mesh is already all messed up. So do that to maybe save on a couple triangles. Okay, so now I need to select its faces. And okay, they're not tied together, so let's project them. Okay, view, project from view. Oh, everything's not selected. Rotate. How do I want to do that? Something like this. Well, no, there's like that. Oh. Okay, so he's shifting through the view modes. But I still want texture. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. A little interest up there. Probably the opening to the crack should be a little bigger now that I think about it. Let's move back to vertex mode and just shift the... I guess I should turn the nose back on so I can actually see what's going on. Don't want to make it too big, but makes sense if the start of the crack was a little larger. And I can put this in a bit more to exaggerate that bite. Yeah, that's better. It's smoother of a gradient. Okay, so where else do I want to add crack? I actually kind of think that I don't really want to add anymore. That one gives a little visual interest on around the face. The tail is going to take most of the interest on when you look at it from behind. I guess I could do one like right here, but I don't know. I actually think I'll just leave it. Okay, so I guess we still have a little bit of time to do the rigging, and the rigging shouldn't actually take that long, so maybe we can finish it tonight. Let's look here. I did the crack and the spot, basic shader. We'll want to do a more full featured shader later on. Okay, so, oh yeah, finalize the color. I think I'll leave the jaw. I actually think the colors are fine now. I was thinking that I might change the shell, but I mean I can do that at any time, so. Because all that I have to do is remake the texture gradients, which I wouldn't even have to change anything else on the model. Let's see. So, I haven't really done much rigging before, and especially not in Unity or Blender, so I apologize if I make a mistake or have to look things up, but I think this will be, hopefully this will be a good learning experience for everybody, including me. Here I noticed this, like, this got a little, oh no, it's still flat. Yes, I'll leave that. First, what you have to do, get out of that. Actually have a tutorial which I might kind of build on. We're obviously not going to have a full human armature because we don't have hands or a face. I think that all we'll really need is like a leg and then something for the ankle, the head, the lower jaw, and then a few for the tail so that it can twist around. Okay, so we want to open a new file, blah blah blah. Already did that. Okay, so it's telling you to put a bone in the center. Okay, so it's telling me to put the cursor at the origin of the model. For us, we actually have down at the bottom. We don't know, I don't know if that's where we want the first bone to be. So, we're in object mode, Control S. Oops. Yeah, let's save. What is it? Shift S. So cursor to center. Now we just want to create a bone. Shift A, add an armature. Going to Unity. Okay, so Shift A, armature, steel bone. Okay, now you can see it pointing up from the model's origin. And I can press Z to see the bone. Gonna make the armature visible in shaded mode. Click on the armature tab, then turn on X-ray. That seems like a good idea. Alright, so we don't really have to do anything else with this bone because it's just going to be the parent bone that anything can attach to, and it will give it the let Unity scale and move around this model as it needs to. So we do want to have another bone. I guess the first one is we need to make one that comes down for the leg. So I know you can press tab to go to edit mode. So they like the bone into the body. Guess we could do that. I don't know best way to handle this. Let's actually save this and see what Unity does. Okay, now it's like, oh, I see. That way it like points towards the bone. What happens if I rotate this? The model's not even parented to this bone. Okay, I should delete that and bring this back out. And rotate it around the y-axis. Instead of having streaking again, I turned off shadows. Oh, because I recreated it and put the shadows back on. Also, oh no, it's still using my material, that's nice. Okay, so I guess, yeah, we'll go to edit mode, and we'll want to, okay, so you can move each side, I see. Guess we'll want to do something like that. The tutorial say to do. Okay, so they say to rotate it, that's probably a better idea. That way it'll be exactly 90 degrees. For bones, I think that is pretty important. Select both back, rotate on by the x-axis. Now it's 90 degrees. I don't think this position really matters a whole lot. What happens when I do this now? Now at least the dinosaur is standing up, although it's not parented to the bone, so... Okay, but the real thing is I need to create a child bone for the legs. Let's how to do that. So it's talking about to make the spine, which would be nice for any creature that could actually move its spine, but ours is stuck inside of an egg, so it can't really do that. Okay, also, so I want to find out how to make a child bone. Child lower bone. Yeah, I know that. Now go back to armature and edit mode, select the tip of the bone and right click, press E to extrude. I guess that's fine, but I don't really want to extrude it. Okay, so it's just saying to add a bone. I guess I could have done that. Okay, it's already adds one for me, that's nice. So, 3 to see from the side. We'll rotate it on the x-axis again and just point it straight down. Select both. No, actually I just want to select both of these. Back like that. Okay, I should be renaming these bones. That's pretty important. This. Scale that up. Go towards the ankle. And in the front view, we'll center it. But okay, so this will be so how would I rename? I know you can rename bones. That's important to do. Select a bone in edit mode and click on the bone properties. Oh, I see. Can't just right click on it. Okay, so let's just name this, well, I'll try to be, go with conventions and name it. It's a base. Name it the conventional name. Got base, and then this will be leg. That's right leg? Yes. And so it's important to name right legs with a .r, because that way it will mirror them automatically for you. Okay, well, it says here they want you to make it so that you can actually see the names of them, but I don't think that's actually going to be that helpful for me. Okay, so here I want to extrude, so Alt E. Okay, what is the keybind for that? Okay, so it's just E. It's Alt E for mesh, but just E for bones. Let's try to line this up. Pretty good, I think. Do side view. Yeah. So here we'll rename this to foot right. That's about it for that. So we need to make another bone. Shift A. Where to put it? Oh, it's over there. And I guess that would be a child of the base. So can I redo it? This leg should also be a child of the base. Okay. There we go. This one I'll rename head and put it top of the base. Put it down. And yeah, I actually want the X to be 0 for each because it'll need to be centered. And we'll rotate it on the X-axis again. And I'll press Control to snap. It'll be 90 degrees. But that's not 90 degrees. There we go. So the head should actually be at 0Y. Do that with the base too. The tail should be at 0. Not sure exactly where I want or where this end should go. Okay, and now I just head is selected, Shift A. Okay, well, I made another one. Let's have it in a better position. And this will be, I want it to be parented to the head, actually. Oh, why is it not letting me do that? Oh, because I have the head selected. No, I don't. Okay, I don't know what was going on there, but and this will be the jaw. And again, we can set the X coordinate to 0, so it will be centered. And I'll want to rotate on the X axis. That's not horizontal. And if I zoom in and turn on see-through so I can see where the jaw starts. Can I not see it here? I must not have that in armature mode. I just go like this then. That, right there. They both should move down. What's the deal with the rotation on the head? Oh, it has a roll. I'm gonna need to. Before I edit that, I'm gonna unparent the jaw from it because it will change the rotation. Other stuff got rolled around too. I guess it doesn't really make much difference. Now it says the roll is 0, but it doesn't look 0 to me. I have a feeling that's going to cause trouble for me. I don't understand why, because roll is that set to 0, but not 0. And the head has no roll either, so okay, I'm just gonna remake it because I know that's gonna cause me issues later on. If I delete a bone. No, that's not what I want to do. Come on. Okay. Blender delete a bone. I don't want to remove, I just want to delete a bone. Okay, this is X. Okay, there we go. Oh, but I deleted the whole thing. Okay, well it had to be in edit mode to do that. Alright. Okay, so it's a shame we have to do it all again, but for the best. Right, so I want to set X to 0, 0, and then rotate on the X direction. Really, I couldn't really tell if it was parallel. Alright, and now down. Both should go down a bit, I think. Okay, well, it still has a weird roll value. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's not a corkscrew anymore, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright, so yeah, sorry, it took me a while to figure that out, but like I said, I'm learning. Name this to draw. Okay, so now we just gotta do the tail bones, and I'll just set the cursor over there. So it's kind of close. Okay, so let's name this to tail.1. Oh, I guess we should start with 0. And the parent will be the base. Guess I need to turn back on C3 so I can see what's going on. First bone will just be at the base of the tail mesh. Set X is to 0, 2. No, it did not set the X is to 0. And it's kind of hard to see the loops. I guess it doesn't matter that much. I was gonna say I would like the bones to match up with the edge loops for the tail, but actually doesn't really display them, does it? Change this to what is on now? I'm not gonna be able to see it that well. Now if I went to the mesh edit mode, I'd be able to see them. Oh wait. Did all the edge loops get deleted or something? Oh no, okay, I was gonna say. But it's way too high right now. It's gonna be hard to tell. I wish. So, I mean, that's okay. I guess I'll count how many I have and then just make that many bones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I guess I'll extrude. Oh yeah, I'm in edit mode. And I just want to move it on the Z axis. And I'll just make 6 of them. They probably won't match up, but it's hard to see. Five, and then the last one, go up to the tip. Or maybe I should have a 7th for the tip. Okay. And it was nice enough to rename them for me. Guess to follow conventionals. Kill 000. Okay, so now I can rotate. Oh, because I'm still in armature edit mode. So how? I guess I need to move to the pose, but I guess there's more stuff I need to do to mirror this and everything. And I think I've been going for 2 hours, so I think we'll finish up next time. We got quite a bit done today. I know we spent a lot longer on textures than I thought we would, but I think it looks good now. So, thanks everybody for coming by and watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks Ryatashi for following. That was really nice of you. Anyone else, feel free to follow me here on Twitch to be notified when I go live. It should be Monday at 8:30 Eastern at the latest. Also, I do tweet out when I go live if you'd rather follow me on Twitter. Also, if you missed any of the streams and you'd like to catch up, you can check out my YouTube channel. I do upload everything there. And of course, I have a Discord channel if you'd like to chat with me throughout the day. I'd love to have you there. To reach any of those places, you can type !YouTube, Discord, or Twitter and chat, or just check out my channel and video description. There's links there too. And yeah, that's it for me for tonight. And yeah, the week. So I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday. Right, bye-bye.